So in this interview, we are talking to my client, Jason, and he tells us exactly how he's been able to go from a complete beginner trader to somebody who's now 100K funded and has actually just quit his job to trade full time. So strap in, give it a watch. Any questions, as always, stick them down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Perfect. So yeah, firstly, thank you for jumping on. I mean, I know we've had a number of conversations before, sort of leading up to this moment, I guess. But what I sort of first wanted to sort of go over. I mean, I guess initially, like, let's talk about yourself for a little bit. I mean, obviously, the people at home aren't going to know who you are, so give us a bit of an introduction as to who you are.
I'm Jason, mate. Jason Plum. I joined We Trade in probably basically in November 2023. So I set up a call with yourself, and then obviously we scheduled in. I think I missed the first one actually because obviously I was working quite a lot. I was doing 12 hours on site, so it's difficult. And I never got the chance, and I booked it in again after about a couple of months, and then I took the call, paid the money, and not looked back since, mate. To be fair.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think I do. I do remember. I think we went back and forth for quite a while before we
Yeah,
actually got we
yeah,
got you started.
yeah. I was because I was doing a lot of traveling for work, mate. So I mean, and it was a case of basically I was leaving the house at like 5 o'clock to get to work for seven, and I wasn't getting home until 7, 8 o'clock at night at times. It was just a fucking nightmare, to be fair.
Yeah,
Eventually got quite local, working not too far away, where we actually took the call. And where I was doing less days, so I was doing less hours on site, and I got more time behind my computer. So actually, it was good for me because I took the call, and then obviously I could study the course at work, not officially, but yeah, I could sit and watch the videos at work when I was sat behind my desk. So it was ideal for me, really.
yeah, yeah. So obviously, whilst this was all happening, I guess the first question I've got is why were you drawn to trading? What was it about trading that sort of grabbed your attention and sort of led you to want to get into it?
Initially, mate, this is there was a guy, a ground worker, and he used to carry a paper around in his back pocket. This is a true story. He used to have a paper in his back pocket, and I was asking it, and everyone was asking him what it was. This was a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago, and he said it was a Financial Times, and he'd actually made a lot of money off trading, but he'd come back to work just for something to do. And I used to sit and talk to him in the canteen, and then obviously then social media was about, and obviously I used to see your videos all the time and see stuff all the time because I used to Google trading. Obviously, once you start googling shit, it comes up on your Facebook, doesn't it? Everything comes up on your Facebook. So then I just thought, oh, just I I'm going to give that a go. So I just decided to start looking into it. Started looking into dummy accounts and stuff like that. Obviously, getting it MetaTrader 5 on my phone. Didn't really know how it worked. And then basically I got in touch with you, and then from there it's just been straightforward.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
not straightforward, but it's not been straightforward. It's been I've probably gone through the course content, especially the market structure, and all that sort of stuff, probably two or three times, and sometimes still now. Sometimes I was struggling with weak eyes and strong eyes, and I have to go back and watch the video because I was that dialed in on getting the entry model right. I was missing the stuff that comes before that.
Hmm.
So I mean, I passed the I was the first phase of my challenge. I passed the first phase like that because I was getting on it, and then second phase I took a bit of time. I was busy at work, and then that's why I had to go back over and watch market structure because I was missing. I was getting stopped out because I was entering on weak highs and week lows. You know what I mean? A week sweeps. I was entering when it swept week liquidity, and I was getting in and I was getting stopped out. So I had to go back over the fucking course. It took me longer to pass phase two than it did phase one. It took me 7 days to pass phase one. It took me 6 weeks to pass phase two. So
Wow,
I got
wow.
I got to £1,000 to draw down. I had to come all the way back as small trades. So yeah, it took me a while.
Yeah, well, we got there in the end, which is the good part.
Yeah,
So I guess talking about sort of talking periodically here. Obviously, you had a look into trading. Your interest was sparked. What made you? Or I guess what helped you make the decision in joining us? I mean, there's a million people out there that are offering a million different services. What was it
yeah.
about what we were offering that sort of attracted you to us?
To be honest, mate, what you can tell if you listen to a video and watch a feed on you on Facebook, you can know when someone's fucking genuine and when someone's blagging. Well, I can know when someone's genuine and someone's blagging. So I read the reviews as well. Obviously, the reviews were good. So I got in touch, and obviously, the course we trades the way you put your PowerPoint presentations across is brilliant. I mean, you deliver the lesson, you go on the charts, you come back, and you know what I mean, and and obviously you can send off, you put the stuff in the community, you get loads of good feedback, negative feedback, positive feedback, where you've gone wrong, where you're right, and it's just brilliant, mate. I mean, I'm not academically clever, right? That's why I've had to watch the video a lot of times. But once I get something, I'm on it, and I won't forget how to do it. So it's for me to keep seeing other people putting their trades in there and seeing where they've gone wrong and where they've gone right, and especially you and Gio doing the breakdowns of your trades. That's helped me. I've watched them millions of times as well. So
Yeah.
that's the it's ideal for me really. Someone that needs to see something. I can't read something and take it in, or I need to watch something and take it in, and that's ideal for me.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. So obviously, I mean, we're both very aware of the ups and downs that you've been through your journey to get yourself funded and to get you to the stage where you are today, where your performance is really, really good. What are some of those main struggles that you've gone through in your journey, and how have you overcome those struggles?
I think within trading or overall. For me, I know, like I say, for me, the hardest thing to understand for me was the chalk, the 1 minute chalk. It took me a long time to understand. I was obviously you put in the high, you put in the low, you put in the high. Do you know what I mean? That I was using. To be honest, at first I was using indicators on on MetaTrader, and that's another thing. I was going off that, and obviously you told me turn them fucking indicators off, so I turned the indicators off, and then it was just like kind of just studying, watching the charts. The chart was the hardest thing, and obviously the supply and demand. Obviously, the supply and demand areas. I think it was not until I started getting mentored actually that actually he said to me, "It's just one candle." I was like marking massive areas up, and Gio just said to me, "Listen, it's one candle. It's just the candle that sweeps. That's the area you need to be focusing on." That was the hardest bit for me, to be fair, within trading. But I'd say Chalk did it for me the most. I was confusing the hell out of me,
Mhm.
because that's one of the most important things, because that's where you get your entry from,
Yeah.
and that was the hardest thing for me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, again, I think some people get the chop straight away. Some people get that confirmation down really quickly, but then they can't get the higher time frame stuff down. They can't position themselves at the right time. Some people it's the other way around. And I think for us, it's just about trying to work through those things and trying to explain it in different ways and break it down in different ways so that, I mean, because it's obviously very important, right? When it comes to confirmation, you haven't got hours and hours to plan it out and figure it out, right? You kind of have to see it quickly and execute and make your decision very quickly. So it's very important to have that very clear and concise understanding as to how to identify it, which you obviously have
Yeah,
been able to get to
yeah,
now.
yeah. Once I got that, I mean, once I got the chalk, obviously the imbalance. I got that the imbalance straight away. That was click to me where the candles don't meet. I was like that's easy. I can figure that out. So I know where the imbalance is. I know where the sweeping candle is. That was the hardest thing for me is the chalk. Find the chalk. That's your entry. That's where you need to be looking for the imbalance. That's where you need to be looking for the sweeping candle. That's where I'm putting my entry. And initially as well, I weren't getting tagged. That was so frustrating as well. I was like setting entries and I wouldn't get tagged. So I was like, then I'd like be chasing the trade up, trying to get in it on the way up. Then I'd get stopped out. So that was another thing as well. So I had to be patient. If I didn't get tagged, just leave it. You've not been tagged, leave it alone. Try again. There'll be another opportunity. But yeah,
Yep.
that was a lot of my problems as well. Not getting tagged and chasing trades up on the up leg or the down leg, chasing the trades. I had to be patience was difficult for me because I'm not very patient. Like I
Yep.
set alerts when I was at work, they'd go off. Quiet. I set alerts and they'd go off. The alerts would go off, and then obviously I'd run back to the office, try and get on the charts. I'd miss the entry and I'd chase it and get stopped out. So that's why I packed my job up. That's why I was like, I can't be doing this. So I actually quit my job. I said, if I'm doing this, I need to do it serious. So I packed my job in. And
Wow.
that's what I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
I just
So I mean that was going to be my next question. How have you been able to manage this around your current work?
I couldn't. That's why I packed up. I quit my job. Uh, September, I was getting. I knew on September when I knew exactly what I was doing, and I knew right, I can make money off this. Now, I knew I could make money off it. I and I was missing trades at work, and I was getting mad. So now I was chasing it and getting stopped out, blowing accounts. I was like, this is fucking daft. So I just packed my job up. I said, I'm not going. I'm fucking quit my job. So I quit my job. I've been sat at home. Since I've been sat at home, I've learned loads of stuff because obviously I've been staring at charts. Probably too much, to be fair, because I've been coming up with stupid ideas, thinking, "Oh, that could work and this could work," but then none of it works. Just stick to the edge, and that's the easiest thing to do for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So I
you
guess for you
spent
it's
you, you spent years and years mastering that, so that's the best thing to do for me.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So was it really a case of you just looking at sort of you were sort of looking back at the results that you were missing by being at work, and were you just sort of comparing that and saying, okay, well, if I just use that to get myself 100k, 200k in funding, and then I just continue to repeat those trades that I'm missing, the money that you were missing out on didn't it was kind of just outweighing what you were making in your work.
Exactly that, mate. So if I'd missed the trade, I'd go back and I'd look at it. I go, look, this is where I would have entered. I'd have been tagged. That's a 4 hour trade. That's 4 grand. Do you know what I mean? It's nearly covered. That's one trade. I was thinking I can get my weekly salary, my monthly salary in a week here, just
Yeah,
by staying at home. And do you know what I mean? More. I've only got to get one trade, and that's me monthly salary done. So I was like, there's no point. There's no point. I just took the jump and just didn't go back to work. I just told him I'm quitting. I quit.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it takes a lot of guts to do that, but I guess that's kind of just understanding and having confidence in your ability. You've obviously put a lot of time into this and getting yourself to the stage where you can get this right. So I guess a lot of that does just come down to having the confidence in yourself and what you can produce.
Yeah, I'd get yes. That's it. 'Cause at work, I used to get that frustrated. I'd be sat there, and then I'd be my alerts would go off. I'd either catch the alert, and I'd be there waiting, and someone would come talking to me at the side of me, fucking asking me questions, and I'd just be just getting angry and snapping, and it'd frustrate the hell out of me. So I just got mad with it, and just packed in basically. I told everyone why I'd packed in, and obviously live in a small place, so everyone knows I'm not being going to work. They just think I'm talking shit. He's talking shit. They think it's all false. This thing getting funded and making all this money is false. I said, no, it's not. Do you think I just would have quit my job if I didn't think I could do it? So they don't they're still in this. They're still all the mates in the village. They still don't believe me. So that's their problem. I keep telling them, I say, you keep going to work and grafting 10 hours a day. I'll sat at home. I'm fine.
I'll sit at home in the winter in my nice warm house whilst you're out there grafting on the building site.
Yeah, what you've earned this month, I've just done this week. So there we go. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So basically, yeah. That's what I did. I just quit my job and just left it at that.
Yeah. So one thing that I wanted to talk about, I mean, obviously you joined us just about a year ago now, and that was kind of before we really put a big focus on the mentorship side of things. How beneficial and how impactful was it? Because obviously you upgraded to our mentorship package, I believe, a couple of months ago, something like that.
Yeah, I did the 10 calls, and then I just thought, fuck, it was helping me that much. I just thought I'm gonna just go in for the unlimited. So because I was off work as well, I just thought I'd just pay the unlimited, get on calls, get on a call a week, maybe two if I needed it. Do you know what I mean? Just get on calls when I needed to. I mean, the amount of times that I've been told, just be patient, sit on your hands, and be patient, because obviously, um, if you miss it, well, you're probably a lot more patient than me. If you miss a trade, I'd be snapping about it, and then obviously be patient, and that is the key thing, patience. I mean, now I wouldn't take a trade now if didn't get tagged, I wouldn't be chasing. I'd just leave it at that, And if I get
Yeah.
stopped out, that's it. That's me done for the day. I don't. Before I'd get stopped out, and I'd get stopped out again, and I'd get stopped out again, and I'd just fuck you now. But now I
Yeah.
won't do that. If I get stopped out, that's me. That's me done.
Yeah. I mean, again, we see it all the time, right? Where even when I'm working on one-on-one with somebody, I actually had a guy that I was working with yesterday actually, and we were looking over his trades over the last, I think it was 2 weeks. We had 2 weeks between our mentorship sessions, and he had like 38 trades. And I look back at my journal, and I think I placed 6 trades in those 2 weeks, and he'd done 38. And
Yes.
and often it's the case. It's like you know what you're doing. Like you're placing trades that demonstrate that you have the right knowledge, but you're just doing way too much. Like a lot of the time, it's not about learning something new. It's just about doing less and tapering back on what you're doing and being more patient, making
Yeah.
sure that you're taking the trades that are in the right time, they're the right runs on liquidity. Like they're actually the trades that marry up with the strategy.
Yeah.
So I guess that was kind of you were in that position. You put a lot of time, a lot of effort into building up the knowledge. But what you then needed to do was kind of taper back, have your focus on the edge so that you could
Yeah.
actually start to see consistent results with what you were doing.
Yeah. Just it's like you always say, the A1 this to take only take the A1 setups. Don't take anything less. I mean, if you take an A1 setup and you get stopped out, you can accept that. But if you take a not an A1 setup and you get stopped out, you've been snapping with yourself. You're like this. Why did I do that? I know I didn't do it. I didn't need to do that because
Mm-hmm.
this afternoon or later on there's going to be another run of liquidity. I'll catch that. There might be an A1 setup. I mean, I only need to catch a trade a week. Do you know what I mean? Trade a week, and I, well, a trade a week's nearly covering your monthly salary. So
Yeah,
it's all you need.
yeah.
If you
I
get
guess
two
that's
trades a week, it's a bonus, isn't it?
yeah,
So
no, for sure. I guess that's the importance of having capital, right? Because when you have capital, you don't need to trade a load. Like, I mean, if you've got 6 figures in capital there, you can make even a couple of trades a month as long as the trades are good trades and you might win a couple, lose one, whatever, you're still
yeah,
going to earn good money. So you
yeah,
can afford to focus on capital preservation as opposed to just trying to take every little move that's playing out in the market, which obviously means that you don't have an edge and you're just gambling. I
yeah,
think that's been massively pivotal. A lot of the people that we work with, I mean, it's a big focus for ours at the moment. It's just like make sure you've got the right capital. Always have that mindset of I've got a lot of money here. How am I going to trade if I've got 100 grand, 200 grand, 500 grand, $1 million in capital, so that you do build those good habits from the get go.
yeah. That's definitely well. I'm already thinking. I'm already doing another 200 grand. Straight after Christmas, I'm straight on the 200 grand challenge. I believe there's an indicator. There's an app there that you can trade your actual funded account and another account, isn't it? So I'm gonna probably give it a couple of weeks, bring some money, and then I'm gonna jump on the 200 grand challenge as well. So
Yeah.
see, get a bit more funding. Hopefully, then my missus can pack in work.
For
Yeah,
sure, for sure.
yeah,
So you're 100k funded now, right?
yeah, yes, mate. Yeah.
100k funded now, going for 200k in the new year. What are your, I guess, I mean, what are your plans in terms of, I mean, how do you plan on sort of building capital? What's your, what sort of steps are you putting in place to sort of get you to a certain stage? Have you got any targets, anything you're looking to sort of achieve into the new year?
Well, as in financial achievement. Well, I've bought some land out in the Cayman Islands. So I want to develop that. So it's probably going to cost me $250,000 to build what I want to build on it. So that's my aim. I don't want to borrow any money to build that. I want to build it off of trading. Obviously, I'm not going to work. So Miss is a bit older than me, so she wants the bungalow. Uh, no, so yeah, just basically just keep earning money, mate, and do what I need to do. A new car, whatever.
Yeah, just keep growing the capital,
That's all I
keep
want to do,
pushing it.
mate. Keep getting the bank built up. That's it. That's it, mate.
100%, 100%. Well, yeah, massive congratulations on hitting that 100k. I know that you've put in tons and tons of work to get yourself to this stage, and you've definitely been through some ups and downs like everybody does. But yeah, massive congratulations on that. Again, I'm sure, as always, people are going to take a lot of inspiration from this. I mean, you weren't somebody that come from a financial background. You didn't work in the city. You haven't got a degree in this, that, and the other. You're a very normal, down to earth guy, and you've achieved some great things in the trading space. So I'm sure a lot of people are gonna resonate
Yeah,
with your story.
we don't have degrees where I come from, mate. They're all coal miners, mate. We don't do degrees, mate. So no, yeah. So I haven't come from anything like that, mate. Like I say, I'm not academically clever. I didn't leave school with any qualifications. I went in the army. So and that didn't teach me anything. So no, you're the only person that's educated me, mate. You and Gio. So that's about it, mate. So yeah, that's it.
Cool, cool. And before we go, I always like to ask this at the end of every interview, just to get some really high level tips from the guys that have been there and done it. What would be the top three tips that you would give to somebody who wants to be able to quit their job and go full time in their trading?
Patience, dedication, and yeah. So patience is the most is dedication and time. Make time for you. You got to make time. I mean, I couldn't make time in my job because the job I was doing. So that's the main reason I quit my job for time. I couldn't dedicate myself to it, I needed time. So I packed my job in, and then patience. I didn't have patience. That had to come from keep being told to be patient. So that's for myself and for yourself and Gio, be patient, patient. That's the main thing for me.
Awesome, awesome. Sounds good. No, I definitely agree. But yeah, thank you for jumping on with me, mate. Again, I'm
Problem,
sure
mate.
everybody's going to take a lot of good tips from this, and yeah, we'll catch up at some point next year. See where you're at. Hopefully, you're on the Cayman Islands and you're starting to build that house,
Yeah, mate.
and yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Cool,
Cheers, mate.
nice one.
Thank you.
Have a
Cheers,
good
mate.
one.
Have a nice
Take care.
Christmas, mate. Bye-bye. Bye.
You too, mate. See ya.